All right, what's up, everybody? How's it going? It is February 25th, 2021. I just got the notification. You guys should be here as well. Looks like there's a couple people already. I forgot that I was going to look at the Vince Cartwright card, so we'll take a look at that. He's already had some regression from this season. I mentioned him during the stream yesterday. The switch pitcher on the New York Yankees. He's an animal to begin with. He's got a 2-year contract, so the Yankees are stuck with him when he regresses for that second season. But a very good pitcher, a very difficult opponent, and someone who I'm glad that I didn't have to face this year. And I don't think we play the Yankees again, so I'm gonna get away with not seeing him at his peak in this franchise. So that's very exciting. He does not throw a changeup since he's a switch pitcher. You don't really need a changeup if you always have the hand advantage as a pitcher. But there's his repertoire, and I showed the delivery. There it is again. He's got the Mike Trout batting stance. And unfortunately, I believe if I had to recreate the roster, he would die with it with the original version, since you can't make a switch pitcher from scratch. So still thinking about moving forward with it, and he might not make it to the next version if there is another version. If I have to recreate everything, we will see. But that is Vince Cartwright. On to the next game. We're playing the Spiders again. I know the game yesterday was the Cleveland Spiders, but the way I have it set up, I do a strict second game of the series, and the second game of their series with the Twins starts before the second game of the series with the Kings, or for the Kings. So we're doing a Spiders game today, and then I'll play a second game later tonight. That's after my lecture. I have a late night class tonight, and it will be the Atlanta Kings tonight. So Spiders now, Kings later. We'll look at the opponent. It's Wei Shang Chang, the Korean starting pitcher. Here's his delivery. There we go. And pitch mix. Good control on pretty much all the pitches, sinker mostly, and then the four seam as well. So major control pitcher, the Korean right-hander. Hopefully we get some runs because he's going to be spotting the ball on the corner. I'm going to look through the injuries. You guys know I like to do this before playing any games. It doesn't look like they have any at the major league level. Yeah, none. Look at that. Good for the Twins. A couple hot bats here, Baird and Fisher, and then Macias and Anderson. That's actually a lot more than a couple. And I believe they're one of the teams that we're chasing. Take a look at the standings. They are second in the division behind the White Sox and in the second wild card position as well. Our elimination number is 12 as we're 13.5 back. And then for the Kings, we are just 4.5 back, even though I had the two major injuries. And their elimination number is 21 for the wild card. That's the one that I'm going to be keeping track of. Once we are eliminated, I will stop playing games for either team that gets eliminated. But the Kings there, I don't think any team has been overall. Nope, the Blue Jays are really close. They're on their way to 100 losses, but or could be on their way to 100 losses. But it doesn't look like any team in the NL will make it there. Interesting. Okay. And then I'll take a look at the league leaders. I was looking at this off stream before, and just some interesting numbers I want to throw out. Carlos Fuentes is still very good. He falls off the table a little bit after year two, but he's an angel for all 3 seasons. He should get the 2,000 hits. Fantastic hitter. Mayfield, of course, having a monster season. I love me some TJ Reed, of course. Hector Gonzalez, they must have him in a strict platoon because his batting average won't be great if he plays against left-handers, and the games played makes me think that that's the case. But he is fantastic against righties. There's a few guys like this in the set that are just, mashers against right-handed pitching and then don't do much against lefties. And then here's Adam Turner leading the National League in hitting with McCoy, West, Blanco, and they only have 6 total guys over 300, including Quinones, which is the surprise here because he usually isn't even the starter at second base. But there you go. And then we don't even have much for leaders on here. Ray's going to fall off since he's not going to play any more games. And then Chase Parker actually is in a position where he might win the Silver Slugger at catcher and the Gold Glove for the National League, which would be fantastic. We're not going to win too many awards overall, it doesn't look like. But Fujita is looking good for the NL Rookie of the Year. That was the one I was really looking at. And then the Gold Glove, Parker and Mason Franklin. So even if the offense hasn't been there for the Kings, the two big stars in the Kings, the defense has been. So that's very good. I don't think I saw any Spider on the Gold Glove anywhere. And then we didn't really have much for Silver Sluggers either. I mentioned Parker. And, of course, we still have time left before the season ends, but a month isn't long to catch up. Paul Keyes is 4th for the outfielders in the NL, so that would be cool just to see him win one. But it's pretty much going to be between him and Scott, and his average just isn't there because those are the numbers that they really rate this on. And then we'll see about postseason and such later on. But let's jump into this one. I got the Cleveland Spiders. I did mention I brought up a couple guys. Go over this real quick. I think Walsh is going to play today. That's Ben Walsh. He's originally a Diamondback. And then the pitcher I brought up was Andy Zager. There he is. But again, Ben Walsh, I'm going to throw in the lineup today. I think that's going to be his Major League debut. So here we go, playing in Minnesota. Thanks for joining me today. I know it's an early stream, just noon here in Milwaukee. Another nice day for us too. I believe it's 40 degrees again. And yeah, I do have Ben Walsh in the lineup. He does not have any career games or at bats, so this is his Major League debut. What's up, Bullet? Welcome, buddy. Thanks for being here today. So Walsh will be there. Tracy's there. I don't think I'm going to mess with the rest of the lineup. We got an extra bench spot, so that's exciting. And hopefully we get off to a good start again. And yeah, I'll bump out Tracy. That's what they want me to do. Yeah, let's put in Mejia then, I guess. I'll bet him 9th instead. Okay, so here we go. Big game yesterday. Hoping for the same kind of start today. Here's Ben Walsh's AAA stats: 348 at bats. He had 13 homers and 40 RBIs to go along with the 279 batting average. Glad to see you, Bullet. Happy you're here now. Don't worry about missing other ones. We are under the lights. Ramjet, yeah, I agree. If it's sunny, it's a mess. Or if the game starts at a certain time, I'm really not into it. So we'll see here. And I was in a custom league, and I was playing a guy who was playing as the Twins, and he started the playoff games that we had at a weird time, and I couldn't see the ball for the first 4 innings, maybe. So that was really upsetting. Lost those games. What do we need to know here, Danny? Hey, man, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been pretty good. Again, 2 streams today. It'll be one now and then one in about 10 hours. He minimizes the amount of base runners. He's a tough customer. Figured I had to make up for missing one on Monday. And Target Field's one of my favorite stadiums, actually, in real life. I still haven't been to it, but the pictures I've seen from the All-Star game, from when they opened it initially, whenever the Brewers play there, whenever I see games on MLB Network, I just really like this stadium. So one of my favorites in Major League Baseball. First pitch on its way. The first one from Chang. Started the breaking ball far too. Again, really great control for Wei Chang. And guys, as we take a look at just one game back, they in the wild card position. Those Minnesota Twins. 6-3 over the last 9 ball games. Guy I really like. Victory last time out. Chang has the normal mix, and then he throws a sinker as well. Always out of the stretch. I believe it's a different delivery when he's got runners on. But by default, he's in the stretch. Archer's got a nice 2-0 count here. What's it going to be? Got to guess sinker, right? Oh, shoot. I forgot that I changed the hitting. The hitting, I changed to analog now. Stadium great. I bad, yeah. It looks fine now. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. 2-2. Yep, that was right down the middle. I forgot that I changed the hitting to analog. Otherwise, I would have swung at that 2-0 pitch. Lazeri is next. I've hit well with him against right-handers. Nothing there. Line drive right to Anderson. Here's the lineup. Again, Ben Walsh making his Major League debut today, batting 5th.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been putting up a lot of runs lately, from top to bottom, just swinging the bat super nice, pass the baton mentality. Guys not trying to do too much.
I'm hoping I can at least make a couple of platoons, and Walsh could be part of that. He's very good against right-handed pitching.
Enters play here at 279. One home run.
Again, Lazeri, another guy who's really good against right-handed pitching. One of my other platoons. Well, yeah, I agree. Cleveland is rough for me sometimes, too. That was a bad one to go after. Ramsey, yeah, I agree. I like analog. I like it more online, especially with guys throwing higher velocities and you trying to catch up to high fastballs.
And there are the umpires working this one.
But not as much offline. I like directional and I like zone.
But
offline more.
Super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players.
But yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with all the hitting
Not
mechanics
only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more
everything's been low so far. Even
the
pitches I've swung at have been low. So second full count to start this game. And yeah, that one stays in the zone. Cool.
I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging.
Ramsey, yeah, it is easier to check swing. I agree with that.
But I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Here's Max Taylor. Yeah, that sinker was obviously in the zone.
Started
off my batters with a ball each time so far. Chang's usually pretty good, too. I've seen him win a Cy Young, actually. I wouldn't be too surprised if he's good in your franchise. There's 2-0 now. Again, thanks for being with me today. I know it's an early stream. It is beautiful in Milwaukee, so I'm going to get this one game in and probably go for a walk, have some fun outside since it's 40 degrees. Ball 3. So a 3-ball count to each of my first 3 hitters this inning.
Matter of fact, I know he's got the
love it. Make him throw pitches. That's what we have to do. That's a strike somehow. Okay. That sinker dips a lot. I do have the air horn ready. If you guys were with me yesterday, but I'm not expecting too many home runs against Chang here. And of course, then I hit one right away, right? No, nothing. Okay, another full count. Full counts for all 3 batters this inning. And that one's ball 4. There we go. 60 in Virginia. That's a beautiful bullet. I love it. I wish that winter could be over here in Wisconsin, but I'm not optimistic about that. Here's Lenny Andrews.
Stepping into the box, Lenny Andrews is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out
Andrews had
last night's
3
game.
home runs yesterday, including the big grand slam. We went on a tear at the plate. I believe that was 5 home runs. So anything like that would be great today. Playing with the Spiders again. Ball 2. Another hitter's count for me here.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone.
He's already thrown 20 pitches this inning. Just to 4 batters, too. That's fantastic.
Now with throw over. Don't want to forget about him.
Ooh, right on the corner. Nice pitch there, Chang. Again, really great control on both of his fastballs.
Ground ball sent back
that one's going to get...
He's got it. And as it turns
wow, nice play there by Macias. Mariano Macias right there. It's going to be Elias, Marchetti, and then Anderson, who's having some trouble finding the dugout.
No score.
Okay. There you go. He found it. Here's my pitcher. It is Jonathan Gore.
What's your take on
I got to make my face smaller so you guys can actually see the name. So
One of the things that jumps out at
I'm thinking I'll do smaller and then put it in the top right corner. That makes
But
more
doesn't
sense than having
necessarily
it big and
indicate
covering
what
up
kind
the
of pitcher
batter.
this guy is. If he brings his A game, he
Don't mess
can
with that
shut
soon.
anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season
Is Elias the
has been a
leadoff
little
hitter?
bit inconsistent.
281. He's
He's
got
a better
10
pitcher than
or
that
12 stolen
ERA
bases.
over the fours indicates.
Striding in, Alexis Elias.
Okay.
He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Well, you take a look at our
Gore's been good for us, at least on when I've played
tonight,
games. He's been good.
back from a loss last time out, but they've
What's
been
up, Cole?
in good
Welcome, buddy.
form lately, 5-2 over their
Yeah, again,
last
no
7.
video
Yeah,
today.
guys,
What's up with that?
yesterday was a
I was hoping that I'd have
heartbreaker
something to
without
talk
question.
about.
But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today. You get out of the cab.
Yeah,
And you watch
hopefully something
countless hours
soon.
of video, and you try and
Want to see
formulate
anything
a
about
game plan
franchise.
to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start
Talking to you,
the
San
road
Diego.
trip, and you're moving in the right direction.
No
Fielded
chance.
cleanly,
Nope.
and they are not going to get him at first.
Yeah, he didn't have
He's
the right
supporting
animation to make that
I know
play.
that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint.
So that's a hit for
Nice
Elias to start off
execution,
the game
nice
for the
hustle. Bottom line,
Twins.
Nice hustle. Pitcher still one good pitch away.
Here's Marchetti making his 2020 debut. Show his card fast. He's actually a Diamondback on the other rosters, and then I moved him to the Twins for this one. Yeah, Shelby Marchetti.
Getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher.
Yeah, Cole,
There's
it's really
not much
frustrating.
you
Yeah,
can do
hopefully
right
it's on
there.
it
Make a
on
pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single
is it
on an
4-1
infield
April
ground ball.
1st?
And he fouls this one
I'm hoping
off.
we hear something before the end of March. Preferably before the end of February. Come on, tell us something about franchise.
The 0-1 on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Yeah, I really hope you're wrong then,
Surprised the
Cole, about
pitcher
it
would
being
even
April
go to
1st.
the
I want
top
to see
of the
something
zone
sooner
looking for
than
a
that.
double play in this situation.
I always forget that Gore's arm angle is
Sliced
very
hard
different
down the
out of the
left field
stretch.
line.
That's going to land.
And
That's
that'll
just
get
great.
over
Okay.
the wall for a ground rule double.
Shelby Marchetti with a ground rule double. We're off to a terrible start pitching-wise.
Off the bat, it
Bullet
looked like
franchise
that
is
might
dead.
bring their first
I think they're going to
run.
combine it with
Those
March to
hopes
October.
ended
They're going to do like a
quickly when it
hybrid,
hopped
like
over the wall. Everyone gets two bases
easy
on a
easy
ground
approach.
rule
They want to
double.
get people
So the runner
to
from first is
get
forced to
deep
stay at
into
third, and the
franchise
next
if they
guy
do it at
is
all.
gonna have to be the one to
And
put
the
them on the
average
board.
is less than a year on franchise modes. It's just a long season. I mean, I like it for long seasons, but Ramsey, do you think I should do a counter for perfects?
From the
I'd like
stretch,
that, yeah.
pitch.
Again, walks are just
Line to the
satisfying
right
as well.
side.
That's why I suggested that.
It's in there,
There's no way I get out of
One
the
run
plate here.
scores. The throw to the plate. And
Wow.
not in time as the run scores.
Hey, one of the things
Awful game. Awful start to this one. I give him 3 straight hits with Gore.
Yeah, Dan, great to grab an early lead right there, especially when you can throw up a crooked number for your pitcher.
Yeah, they're definitely pushing March to October.
Now in the box, Danny Deerdorf. One of
And
better
the thing
hitters
is,
in
Cole,
the
is
league
that
this year,
MLB The
currently
Show 20
7th in the American League
is
in
such a
hitting.
good
There's
game
a lot of ways to
and
get
has
on base
such
hit,
good
a walk,
replayability
hit by pitch.
that,
This guy's in the top 5
I mean,
on-base
you don't
percentage.
even have to
He
buy
does a little bit
21
of all of
if
those
they
things.
don't include a franchise,
Ready to deliver.
or if
Here's
they
the
don't
first pitch.
make big efforts
Outside
to
before foul.
increase the replayability of
Now
franchise.
the
even.
0-1. Pulled toward right center field.
And Stadium
Center
Creator just
fielder
isn't
on
enough
the
for me.
run. He gets to it and
Like
makes
it's
the
a
catch
great
for the
it's a great
first out.
start, but we need a lot more
A chance now from
depth
Target
in
Field to
franchise
take
still.
a look at the Twins lineup in this
Is
one.
Vance Baird
What's the
next?
key
I usually
for
would
them
bat
tonight,
him
D-Roll?
second if I'm the
Matt, you
Twins,
take a look
first
at
or
this
second. I
lineup,
like
and they're
Elias more at the
frustrating
top
to
row.
watch at times because they ground into
Marchetti's
the most
interesting at the
double
2
plays
spot
in the
for them.
league. You want to talk about a
Well, yeah,
pitcher's
it's
best
great,
friend.
and I'm glad that my
Finally
rosters
get a
work
guy
on there as
first
well.
base, and you're coming
Any of you
unglued,
guys on
first pitch
PlayStation
down
5.
below the knees, grounding into a double play and bailing everybody out. I need better approaches out of this lineup today.
He'll come
About
in here
franchise
at
being dead, Bullet?
263.
They're just
13
combining it with
home
March to
runs and
October.
73
I think everybody
ribbies.
knows that, or can at least infer that from the information we've been given.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
But I'm guessing like a
Clearly
classic
working the bottom of
franchise
the
mode
zone,
like won't
trying
be
to
a
get ground
thing
ball for a double play.
moving too far forward.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Ramjet, yeah.
I don't
It-
blame him
what
for
I'd
not
like to
coming
see
over
is
the
that
hard
they
plate.
disconnected
He
from
circled
DD,
this guy on the lineup
because that's
card
the
when he
issue
got
with the
to
game is
yard
why is
today.
everything
He's been
flooding
swinging
you
one of the
towards
hotter
Diamond
bats in the
Dynasty?
game.
Like I don't care. But you should at least be able to customize March to October and then lose the reward for Diamond Dynasty. Because I'd prefer the customization than get a reward.
Wow, he's looking awfully shaky to start this game, guys. That's 3 hits and a walk.
Yeah, Bullet. Again, we haven't seen anything about franchise, so yeah, I have difficulty thinking otherwise. Here's Jason Fisher. He's been hot. They're switch hitting shortstop.
And now the Twins look to play.
Again, I'm really happy with 20, so I'm okay with the late release this year because of how good the show 20 is. Speaking strictly offline, I've heard online it's a little different.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there.
Yeah, Ramjet, you'd have to disconnect the reward from Diamond Dynasty for them to give us any customization in March to October. That's why it's so limited right now, is because it's always connected to Diamond Dynasty. This is not a good start.
That's going to be trouble. Anderson rounds the corner and is headed home. He'll score easily.
At least that won't score 2. So it's 3-0.
Second now with 1 away.
You always want to spot your pitcher a run or 2 early on, so he has a little bit of wiggle room. But that double, they're up 3-0 and absolutely cruising. If this guy on the mound doesn't find a way to get some outs,
we're gonna do a mound visit here. I do have one extra guy in the bullpen at least. Zagary is tired, so that's not gonna work. Shoot. Okay, yeah, at least I have Bryce Montgomery. Montgomery will probably be the move. I don't know. I hate this glitch right here, where it changes the skin tone and the facial hair of a guy in the bullpen, usually your long reliever. I don't understand why the game does that all the time. But yeah, hoping for a little more length here, Gore. Come on, buddy.
As the first pitch to him runs a bit
Another
inside
ball.
for ball 1.
This is just great.
This season, Macias is below the Mendoza line.
Macias has been bad with runners in scoring position. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position.
Macias was traded for Michael Mayfield. You can see that on their player cards. They were traded in the offseason. Mayfield used to be a second baseman, actually, too. You can't see that on the player card, unfortunately.
Hit hard on the ground towards second, and a good effort on
There's a 1-for-1 swap.
Another
run.
As they open it up to a 4-0 advantage now.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Yeah, but I mean, again, at least we still have 20. That's the best part about this. But yeah, I'm concerned with just them catering to the younger generation instead of their hardcore gamers, their hardcore fan base. Because I've put in, what, 1,000 hours every year since, I don't even know. And then there's a lot of kids that, go on Diamond Dynasty and then complain and stop playing the game before the end of June sometimes. But the show is, I've said it before, I play more in the off season than I do when it's actually baseball season, because I'm too busy watching baseball. So it's a year-round play for me. It always has been, really. Especially since Madden is nothing.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result,
yeah, Ramjet, it's a little bit of a roll of the dice with classic pitching, that's for sure. And the dice aren't going my way today, especially. Wow, bailed me out on that though. That was not close.
2 strikes now and a runner at first. Do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Oh my gosh, another walk. Wow, Gore has been really bad. Here's Orlando Ramirez.
Striding forward now, Orlando Ramirez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
The Twins have batted around this inning.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. There's 1.
A double play. There we go. So we give up 4 runs in the first inning.
9 men
allow the Twins to bat around.
1 inning in the books here.
And what a great start here in Minnesota.
So stepping in, Ben Walsh.
Ben Walsh.
And this at-bat marks the beginning of his big league career. An exciting moment for him.
Yeah,
First
what a
Major
monster
League plate
moment
appearance.
for not only himself but his family, all the coaches.
Well, you
that
like
have
classic
helped him
pitching?
along the
Yeah,
way. This is a
I'm more towards
monumental
meter.
moment in
I've
his
used
career.
analog a lot as
His
well,
path to the big leagues
but
wasn't the most direct, but you have to give him a whole lot of credit for
I don't know.
getting here. He has a chance to make an
It works
impression
better
on
with the
higher ups
randomness
here
of
in
an
September
offline franchise
and earn
in
a
my
more
mind,
permanent spot on this roster
because
next year.
I'm fairly good at pitching
He's
and I
done
hit the meter
exactly
pretty
that, and I'm sure
consistently.
he's had to prove himself to
So it
himself
kind of
at
skews
moments,
my
had to
results
look in the
up.
mirror
There
and
we
decide,
go.
is
It's
this
a
what I
knock
wanna
in
do
his
with the rest
first
of my
at
life,
bat
grinding
for
it out in
Ben
the buses
Walsh.
in the minor leagues? But
Love
all
it. Got
comes
him in
to
a trade
fruition
earlier.
now, stepping into the batter's box
Yep.
in the big leagues for the first time.
It's his
And
first
there's probably
PK.
no happier person in the ballpark. Ben Walsh has just collected his first hit in the big leagues, and as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away.
Does it,
for him
Ramjet?
and put in his trophy
If you
case.
hold it down.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire
think I have heard that
lifetime for
before.
this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head.
The same thing
he's
with the
on
meter.
top
If you
of
do
the
like a
world.
3-tap instead of the 2-tap, then they throw harder as well.
At the plate, Eric Rowe.
The
As
ball.
first pitch misses to him, it's ball
It's
one.
been balls to every batter, I think. I think it's been a first pitch ball to each batter. Yeah. 6 balls to 6 batters.
A ball
Yeah, Bullet,
here
I
at first
agree.
With nobody out.
And then, yeah, with meter and actually with analog, too, if your confidence gets up, then you still don't even have a guaranteed chance at getting the pitches where you want them.
Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball.
But with Classic, if the confidence is up, then the pitches almost always go where you want them to go. Or at least really close, depending on the attributes. That's ball 3.
That's in
Another
the third as he
3-ball
takes the ball.
count.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
Is he throwing a fastball? 3-1? Should be, right? Yep, that one's got eyes.
And that finds its way through.
Walsh doesn't have much for
base hit.
wheels, but I'd rather have a slow
And
base
that
runner than no
will
base
go
runner
no
here.
further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, looks like they might have something brewing right here. That's back-to-back base runners.
I know it's just the second inning, but can we call this a comeback?
Yeah, Dan, I have to imagine your team throws.
I feel like I play a lot differently if I'm behind than when I'm ahead.
On base, this could get interesting.
Standing
Marte,
in,
he's got
Joaquin
extreme splits.
Marte.
Wow.
You should check out his righty
Actually
lefty
has power
splits.
against
No
righties
surprise
and then
that he hits
has a
better against
great
southpaws
contact
than he
bat
does
against left-handers. That's kind of how his card is, too. That's really interesting, though.
right-handers.
I'd call that a bad season, too, if you're batting under 200 against either
Ready
hand.
with the first pitch. Here it comes.
What's up, Nazi? Welcome, buddy. My day is going well. It's still early, though. Got plenty of time for it to get messed up.
The 1-0. A swing, and
Nothing.
he pops him up.
And this
On
game
the
could be going
infield,
better,
the
too.
infield
Gave up 4 in the
fly
first
will be in
inning.
effect here.
Hey guys,
Here's the
let's take a
defense
look
for
at
the Twins.
on
First baseman is
defense.
Anderson, and the right
Hey, guys,
fielder
when
is
I've been looking at the
Elias.
numbers
It's
on
pretty
the
good
starting pitcher, what
defense
really
in my
jumps out
mind.
on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out. Which
Yeah,
means
when
he's
it's
gotta
noon, I can't tell you if I'm
execute.
having a
He's
good day or
gotta
not.
use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down.
Ask me again
He's gonna have his defense
when I
behind
join
him,
your
and they
stream
better
tonight.
be on their toes
Here's
because
Reyes
a
batting
lot of
8th.
balls are going to be put in play in this one.
Stepping in now. Darnell
Bullet, for
Reyes.
franchise, I'm all
As
for
the
directional
away,
hitting.
he
I
can't
completely
make
agree.
contact on the first pitch. It's strike
It
one.
seems like the
And you see
best
that average
sim-style
below the
approach.
dreaded
And if you're
Mendoza
doing
line.
classic pitching and then directional hitting, that just makes the most sense to me, too. But in an offline franchise. So
Ready
hopefully we
with
get
the
an
0-1.
online franchise in 21. Really like to see
Swing
that.
and a drive
And we're
sent
back
down
in on
towards
this
the
game.
gap.
Look at
Looking
this!
up is the left fielder.
Darnell Reyes with a home run to left center field. His 4th home run. A 3-run home run.
So a 3-run shot to left center. 4th home
There we
run
go.
for him on the season. As
It's my 6th home run since we added the air horn. Glad to hear it, Nutsy. Appreciate you dropping by. And I got that air horn that we were talking about before.
Yeah, he was on autopilot.
So I had to
there
show
for a
that.
while. Up 4-0, everything going his
Let's
way.
go. There's the rebuttal. We gave up
Runners get
4
on
runs
board,
in the
and all
bottom
of a
half of the
sudden, we've got
first,
ourselves
and we
a
get
ball
3
game.
runs
We'll see if
at
he can
least
rebound now.
here in the top half of the second. Is Var Mejia He's been pretty bad contact-wise for us. At least 15 home runs, though. That's nice. What is he at? Is that doesn't lead the team, right? I don't even know. It does not. Lenny Andrews says 18. Yeah, there you go. He and Max Taylor. It should be Paul Keyes leading the team, but I traded him.
15 long balls, and the RBI count at 35.
Really curious to see how free agency works with Keyes, too. If he re-signs with the Reds,
still only one out in the inning,
then it's interesting. But it's probably going to be...
1-2 now as that's in.
It's probably going to be a max contract for whoever wants to offer it. Paul Keyes usually gets paid.
Swing and a drive.
Is this another home run? No.
To right.
No, he's going to get
will
that.
make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Stepping in and ready for
back to the top
shot.
of Webster.
Webster. First pitch on its way. Hit to first. Reined in. And he'll step on the bag himself.
Nothing there, but 3 runs is fantastic here. Just to bounce back.
Blow of the inning comes right here. A 3-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Twins lead it 4-3.
A huge home run to get us back in this game.
Ready to go for the last half of the
So
inning.
Twins batter around in the first. Do you guys consider it batting around if it's just 9 batters? Or do they have to get to back to the guy who started the inning to call it batting around? Because I've always referred to it as if all 9 guys bat in the inning, then it's batting around.
First pitch coming, here it is.
Apparently there's some controversy
There's a
in
fastball
opinions
right down
there.
Broadway, taken for a
Or a
strike.
difference in opinions there. But here is Elias. He had a hit to start off the game.
Hit Weekly back to the mound.
Nothing here. Gore should make the play. Yes, sir.
Is in time
I like
for
him out of the
first down.
windup a lot more than out of the stretch, too. Just a much better arm slot with the pitches that he throws.
Digging in.
So maybe his knuckle curve should be more of a slurve because it kind of is a little more slidery out of the stretch arm angle he has.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Marchetti had hit his first time up. That was a double.
Line to the right
Another
side.
line drive here. He's a great AAA hitter to start, too. He great contact, and then he turns into something a little better if you give him some time. He's just blocked here in Minnesota.
Digging in, Clayton Anderson.
That's why he's been in AAA until the first. We're on September 1st today.
He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone.
Another hit from Anderson.
Try and drive something in the gap.
A leaping try, but it's out of
It's
his
September
reach
1st
and
in
into
game.
the
Our record
outfield.
is 63-74.
Wow.
Very likely to finish under 500 unless we have a monster month of September here. And Gore's 6th hit given up. He had 2 walks in the first inning, too. 5 hits, 2 walks, got a double play.
Coming to the plate
Here's Danny
now,
Deerdorf.
Danny
I mentioned it before. There's a all-time like Arizona Cardinal legend named Dan Deerdorf. He has no relation to my Danny Deerdorf. There's not a nod to that necessarily. Most of the time when you see similarities like that, it's unintentional.
And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Hey, a 2-out single isn't
But
all
sometimes
that
it's
bad,
actually
but
a
it
nod
can be
to
when you've got this part of the lineup coming up.
sometimes it's actually a nod to players. In the case of Deerdorf, it's not. Troy, you think so? So the leadoff batter would have to bat twice in the same inning to call it batting around. Okay. So batting around messes with your scorecard is what you're saying. I hope you're scoring at home too. Someone should do that. Score all these games. I actually used to do it where I'd in an old franchise I had with my own roster, I scored them all on my computer actually, and I compiled all my own stats for the games that I played because I was playing every other game in that franchise, and compared my stats to the stats when they were being simmed. Pretty interesting. Because I've heard some people, you just play better with some players, and then they don't sim well.
I think this walk is
So it's
gonna
cool to
grind it
compare.
in for a bit. He just missed, and now
A lot of
the
ways to
inning
get creative with
continues
the
a man
franchise.
in scoring position.
Got it, Troy. Yeah, you are the deciding factor because no one else responded. Here's Baird. He walked in that first inning. Again, pretty concerned with what's going on. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Pretty concerned with where Gore's at pitching-wise. He's still giving up hits here after 4 runs in the first inning. That was a hit then just now too, huh? It must have been. Deflected off Mejia for a single. That's what it says. This is nuts. I've never seen it bounce out of the glove like that when they jump. Yeah, because it goes right to the glove. And he just deflects it. That's interesting. Okay. A couple ridiculous plays the last few days here. Just remember that base running fiasco before. Ramjet, yeah, I wish that they gave us more audio names. If we could like suggest last names, it'd be really cool. Because I have a bunch of ones that I have, like the low minors that they don't say the names, and it's relief pitchers, so it doesn't matter as much. But it really, you lose the illusion of the game. So there you go. Appreciate the follow. That's my 100th follower actually. So thank you very much, MLB SF Giant. Thank you. But you like Santiago instead of Sacramento. Okay, yeah. No, it works. I don't like when they say number 52 either though. But there's no other real workaround for that.
3-0 now.
Gord is not doing well with the strike zone. Inter for Gantner and Lozano for Lescano. Yeah, that works too. I mean, they should have, if a guy played in the major leagues, they should have his audio in the audio bank. There we go, there's Joe. I gotta turn off one of those notifications. There we go, thank you.
Swinging away there, it's 3-1. Pitches piling up.
My bad, sorry, I had my sound on for my computer for that. I gotta turn off one of those notifications though. I set up another service for like auto notifications. I just walked in a run. This stream has been a mess so far, I'm sorry. Gore is not pitching well. I'm gonna do another mound visit here. 45 pitches already. But Ramjet, yeah, you gotta get creative. You kind of have to get creative if you're gonna do like a classic roster because they just don't have the audio for every guy that has played the majors, which I still find really odd. Gore has a chance to leave the bases loaded again. Bases were loaded last inning. He's got an 0-2 count. Confidence is not there except for on the 4 seam, so I guess we just got to ride that. Ooh. I do like Macias a lot too. He could be an all-star second baseman. Much better against left-handers. And then just a decent defender, not great, but he could be a 30-homer guy.
This is a huge pitch right here. I don't think
especially if he sees a lot of lefties in the season.
Have those runners be in motion. Look for him to be
aggressive. That's going to go foul.
With what he thinks is his best pitch right now.
Gore's already at 50 pitches. This is just the second inning. Yeah, when you face 16 batters in the first 2 innings, you're going to throw a lot of pitches.
Hit hard down the right.
That's going to go foul too.
But that's a
nothing doing there. I just don't have the confidence on any of these pitches. Missing so much early on. There we go. That was good. Not as good as a swing and miss, though, but a nice spot for it.
The 2-2. Got him.
There it is. So just 1 run this inning. Gore stranded 6 runners in 2 innings. He's also given up 5 runs in those 2 innings.
Future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this.
Love the fans. That's one thing they gotta do better with in the PlayStation 5 as well, as the fans. Again, like, you don't think about it too much. They look just normal, but when they do the zoom in shots, it's kind of odd.
But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Lifted in the air to center.
He's dotting that sinker at the bottom of the zone consistently. Surprised I got that one as deep as I did. Especially with Lazari's power. He's not a big power guy.
Max Taylor, he drew a walk his first time up.
Big Daddy Wagner for the Cleveland catcher. That's not on my roster, right? I don't have a Wagner there. No, it's somebody else.
That's a tough curveball right there to stay into.
Daddy Wags. I don't think I know who that is. Classic Cleveland catcher.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
I know some old school players. I don't know Daddy Wags from Cleveland though. And Chang is throwing a lot more strikes now. Both of those on the corner.
A lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Sorry, I got to respond to a text here.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't.
All right, 2-2 to Max Taylor here.
Even at 2-2.
Let's get something going, buddy. I need a new 3-hitter for next season, that's for sure. Offense doesn't have the same thump as it should.
He's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Daddy Wags. Yeah, I still don't know who you're talking about.
Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect.
Who's an outfielder? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know some classic players. I don't know
hangs on him a bit. That
guys usually from Cleveland too much, though. Wow, and he's going to run that down. That was another perfect. Was that 2 of them already? The other one was a home run. That one was not. Vance Baird runs it down.
A teeth rattler if ever there was one. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this.
Vance Baird's another guy I really like on this roster, actually. The Twins are full of guys that I actually like a lot. Very underrated team on Bacon's fictional roster.
His thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said they've done a nice job of keeping their swings inside the strike zone and not chasing after pitches they can't do much with. The numbers say their chase rate.
Again, I just want to be able to edit managers, the bench coaches, all the coaches. Come on.
Right now, that could be a big reason why.
Who's Krenzel?
Thank you, Heidi.
The German Rod Krenzel.
Bottom of the third now, and standing in is the DH.
One of the few German-born players on my roster. Again, I'm really happy with how diverse the entire set is. I have a lot more Koreans. I have a lot more Japanese players than like the averages for Major League Baseball.
Have to find a way, whether it be mechanically or mentally.
And there are Germans. I believe I made Krenzel before Max Kepler debuted, but he's a real-life German-born Major League Baseball player.
Ready now.
I can't remember when he started his career, or when I first heard of him, Max Kepler. Here's Orlando Ramirez, one of my favorite catchers on the roster, actually. Nice contact hitter, switch hitter, good defender, and then Dominican. Just an average hitter overall, good defender. Twins have a deep lineup, especially today. There we go. Nice job by Gore.
And he'll just flip this on to first for the second.
Elise can handle everything that's hit right at him. Both of those comebackers. Here's Elias. He had a single in the first. Scored the first run for these Twins.
He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
Running with that fastball. I've been throwing as many four seams as I can because he actually has confidence in that pitch.
Not close. It's 2-0.
There's a 2-0 to Elias. Not a big home run threat. That's 3-0 now. Not ideal. Marchetti is next.
2 out, nobody on. That one's in there.
There you go. That's strike release. Yeah, Logan Wagner. That's who you're thinking of. Okay. Yeah, he was yeah, he was on the Cubs, and then I moved him to the Dodgers on the most recent update, actually. Logan Wagner. But yeah, Big Daddy works for him, too. He's a big guy. Big left-handed bat. Doesn't hit much against left-handers. Good platoon option at catcher. I mean, I set it up too, so a lot of catchers don't really hit much or can't really play every single day. I mean, even the really good catchers, it's kind of the trend in real life is that you can't catch more than, what, 130 games
And
anyways.
this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
But catchers are, like, intentionally thin. Like, their abilities are intentionally thin on Bacon's fictional roster. Here's Marchetti again. His third at-bat in the third inning. He's a AAA All-Star this year for the International League, Shelby Marchetti.
His pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Ellis easily steals that one.
Is going to be far too late. That's a stolen
Yeah, it's
base.
cool to hear Big Daddy like that, too. I agree, Big Daddy Wagner.
Ready with the 1-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. And the stolen base winds up as a moot.
Do you do a fantasy draft for him, Jet?
For
your franchise?
Minnesota, and it remains.
I'm assuming you're not playing as the Dodgers. Or you get him in free agency. What's up, Ninja? Welcome to the stream. Oh, of course, yeah, you can't have a kid play catcher too much, right? That's funny. Yeah, I never wanted to play catcher. Did not do any catching in Little League. That's cool. Your knees are probably happy now, too, that you didn't catch too much after that. Ball outside.
Hit hard on the ground towards
Is this
second.
2 hits for a rookie? First 2 at-bats? Let's go. Yeah, Little League, I played third base a little bit. And then I always wanted to play the outfield. My favorite player growing up was Ryan Braun. I wanted to play left field like Ryan Braun did. So.
Standing in now, Eric Rowe. As the sinker to him finds the zone.
Oh, of course, Ninja, yeah. Throw him at first base or throw him at catcher. Or right field and hope for the best. Hope that no one hits it to right field in Little League. Yeah, and he's spotting that sinker. It's always at the bottom here. Good control from Chang, the Korean right-hander. I agree, Ramjet. Yeah, I like the nicknames. I added, like W on the Tigers. It's Will Young is a right fielder for the Tigers, and they just say W instead of Will, and he's a fan favorite in Detroit. I've talked to a few people who've used the Detroit roster, and he's one of my favorite players on the Tigers as well. And yeah, good to hear no fantasy draft. I don't mind the fantasy drafts, and I don't mind the people who decide to do it. I think the roster just works better if you don't do a fantasy draft. Used the Dodgers for a while, recently switched to the Angels. Love it. Love the Angels, too. Especially if you're using the stream roster. Carlos Fuentes. I used them in a franchise. I had, they probably have the best catching combo now, too, with Fernandez being the backup. But I like Donnie Roland a lot. And then I like Tim Brennan a lot. 2 big stars in Los Angeles. Probably my 2 favorite players there. And then I actually got Lamont McIntyre in that franchise from the Nationals, and he was my platoon first baseman with Roland because I didn't want to use Roland against lefties. And then I think all 3 of those guys were well over 300 in that franchise. I'd have to find it. It was the first one I really got into with my own roster.
Here comes the first pitch.
So that would have been probably MLB 18. The first time I played more than a couple months into a franchise with my roster. Didn't really have the time before, and then I didn't like the carryover saves in my own franchise because it would change a few things here and there. Here's a 2-0 to Marte now. We got a nice little rally going here. And I didn't say anything about how Gore didn't give up any runs in the third. That was great. A shutdown inning. It's a ball down. It's 3-1 now. Nice block there.
So he'll keep those runners where they are, but the count moves to 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes.
Oh, was that a ball? No, that was right in the corner. That would have been a strike. Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. Either way, not a great pitch to swing at on 3-1. But the one I like to go after, and that one's on the same spot. Four seam down and away. Here's a full count. Oh, sneak through. Let's go. There we go. And we load the bases with 3 singles here. That's beautiful. That one just had eyes. That's it. It just had eyes. Here's Darnell Reyes. He hit a home run his first at-bat today. It was a curveball down. And he went yard to left center. So here we go. Bases loaded for the same guy. Driven in all 3 runs already. Oh, that's right, Ramjet. Yeah, you tagged me in that on Twitter. Yeah, if you guys have franchise updates, I have a thread for it on Operation Sports, or tag me about it in on Twitter, and I'll respond. I'll like it usually. Great exposure for my roster, and then of course, you know, I just like interacting with you guys on Twitter. So, all for it. Injury sucks though. The broken ankle.
No offer on that one.
I had 2 players on my Kings franchise break their hand recently. J.C. Ray and Bradley Riddle were the 2. Really not great for the hopes of the playoffs in Atlanta. That's a ball down, 3-1. Got Mejia next.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Everything's been just off the plate here. Those are good pitches. Sliders I usually go after like that too. Oh, and this is a double play ball. Shoot! So Reyes brings in the 4th run. He gets no RBI for it, but it's 5-4. That sucks right there. That was the worst, well, not the worst thing. That was one of the worst things that could have happened right there. A beautiful double play. Nice jump by Macias. Out by a mile at first base, and we're at the 9th spot in our order now with Devar, Mejia. I got to think about the bullpen. Bryce Montgomery. And, geez, Winters has energy, but I don't want to use him. I might send him down, actually. I do not like pitching with Winters last time out. The blow-up performance, and I can't even think about Manzanillo yet. So it's going to have to be Montgomery once I do make the call to the bullpen. Got a runner at third, though. He's the tying run with 2 outs, and I have Devar Mejia, my 9th hero.
Absolutely hammers left-handed pitching. There's a lot of pop in his swing for sure, but if there's one criticism of his bat, it's that he doesn't put the ball in play enough in these.
Need another run here. Tie the ball game. Let's go. Is that through? Oh my goodness! What a play by Fisher! Wow, that sucks. That really sucks. Back to back. I mean, someone
after this.
More.
Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And next will be the imposing power bat.
You did up the injury slider, Ramjet? That's interesting. Yeah, I like it higher. And then the trade slider I like lower, honestly. Those are completely personal preference. Either one of those sliders. Especially with my roster, it doesn't matter when trades happen. It doesn't matter if trades happen. You're not going to lose the illusion because Clayton Anderson goes to the Dodgers or anything like that. Walsh makes the play.
Walsh is there and he has it for the out.
He's a guy who can play everywhere too, so he's probably going to be on my roster next year, especially if I hit with him. If I hit with him here.
So he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the
starting to think about off-season moves already. Winters is probably a guy that gets moved. I'm going to have to get at least 1, maybe 2 starters here. I definitely want a different first baseman because Mejia is not the guy. Shortstop I'm fine with. Second base, great. That's Webster. Center field's going to be Taylor, so that's okay. I probably need a better DH. But it's mostly going to be pitching for us here for Cleveland. That's the thought. Just Gore's second strikeout there. A curveball that I left right over the plate. Yeah, I like that, Ramjet. Of course, with how even the roster is, big injuries are the difference in franchise. Like the Twins here I'm playing aren't like a powerhouse. They're second in the division because they don't have many injuries, and a lot of these guys have been, good for the entire year. Have been healthy for the entire year. Excuse me. And you can tell that by looking at the stats too. Is that like there's still 20 games left, so a lot of these guys are going to get over 130, over 140 even. So they've been able to stay healthy the majority of the year, and that's the difference between good teams and bad teams and on Big In's Fiction roster. The injuries. And that's why every franchise is a little different. That's why you'll see different teams winning the World Series. I still think the Mariners, the Marlins, the Giants are all favorites for the World Series. But if they, get bit by the injury bug, it's a lot different. So through 4, it's 5-4 Minnesota. I got the top of my order coming up next. Just got to be patient with Chang. There was a lot of pitches around the zone. I'm going to put in Montgomery now, so he will get the 5th inning.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Curveball.
Webster was an all-star for us this year. There's the Twins bullpen. They got Ridley and Calvin Murphy up. Ridley's kind of their long guy. Throws hard, though. I like the Twins bullpen a lot, too, actually. I like Ridley a lot, and then they have another guy I really like. I can't think of his name.
Off the mark here. It's 2-0.
Hey, you want to
He's
talk
their setup
about being
guy.
in the zone? This guy's been raking.
And then their closer's actually really good, too. There he is. Dominic Bright is the guy I'm thinking of. Eric Meyer is the closer. They have one of the 2 Logan Cashes. And then, even Jake Burrell's good. Mark Stevens is a knuckleballer. So this is just overall a good bullpen in my mind. Ratings are a little low, but, you have 2 shutdown guys at the end. So good overall. And they get better, too. I'm pretty sure Meyer is just 24, 25, so he gets much better.
2-1 now.
I should not be late on 87. Come on, Webster. I don't think I've hit a home run with him yet on stream either. I don't hit much for home runs with these spiders anyways, except for
Great situation
except for the right fielder.
Leading off the inning, you
Can't think
gotta
his name
find
now.
a
I just
way
had
to
3
get
home
on
runs
base
with him
any way
yesterday.
possible. But
Lenny
I don't like
Andrews.
to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone,
There's
I
3-2
want
to
you
Webster.
Lifted the
There
other
we go.
way
That's a
out
gapper.
to
Get
left
down,
center.
get down.
Center fielder.
Oh!
Run. Oh, and a great diving catch for the first down.
Wow. So Baird makes the last 2 outs, one of them right at the wall, and then that one in the gap. A beautiful running play, and then the dive. What a dude. What a defender for these Twins in center
Standing
field.
in, Desmond
Vance Baird.
Lazari.
Here's Lazari playing shortstop for us today.
On its way is pitch number 75. No curveball taken outside to begin the at-bat.
75, and he hasn't gotten through 5. Love to see it. That one sneaks through. Yes, sir. Desmond Lazari with the single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your
Love
lips
to.
right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here's Max Taylor. Walked in the first inning.
At the plate, Max Taylor.
Oh, is this a home run? That's another perfect. Is that 3 for the game? I believe so. It is gone, and we take the lead.
Part of the yard.
Let's go. The deepest part of the yard. Max Taylor with his 14th home run. We take the lead 6-5 now.
Center, number 14 on the season, and this one gives him the lead at 6-5.
Love it. You love to see it. Max Taylor with a perfect home run field.
Tracking the ball the entire way.
Beautiful. I love the sound of it.
And he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard.
Baird almost makes
It's a
another great
game
play
of
here.
inches, folks.
Jerron, you missed a lot, actually. I gave up 4 runs in the first inning. My pitching's been shaky. I did get a home run in the second, and then just now another home run here in the 5th to take the lead. Yeah, Jerron, you showed up right in time. But love it. The air horn's getting a workout, too. Just getting installed yesterday. And I've already had to use it 7 times. So fantastic. We just took the lead, our first lead of this ball game. Pitching gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings. I left the bases loaded in both of those first 2 innings, so it could have been more. Again, our first lead just now. Chang has been he's been good with the sinker low, but he's been leaving other stuff up, is what it seems like. I believe both of the home runs were on breaking balls up. They're both perfects. They both had a runner on when they hit him.
Left side.
That one's getting through. Lenny Andrews. No way. Oh, okay, good. Woo! Thanks, Ninja. Yeah, it was a long time coming. I thought about adding it earlier, and it's I think it's a good addition too. The air horn. I love it.
So you could say, hey, he's going to whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit. So there's a lot of positives going on right now.
There we go. So Chang is out. He only threw about 80 pitches here. Got 1 out in the 5th. This is Jamal Ridley coming in, 6'1", 205. This is his debut for the season, the 2020 debut of Jamal Ridley. And I'm going to have Walsh first. Jerron, you also missed me call up Ben Walsh. He's a left fielder from the Diamondbacks. I got him in a trade earlier. And he is he's 2 for 2 so far today. His major league debut today. 2 for 2 out of the 5 spot, playing left field.
Here's the 0-1.
It's a ball high.
And it's 1-1.
And then I've speculated on moves that I'll make in the offseason. Talked a little bit about how I need pitching. I need a new first baseman. That was a good pitch to hit, too, that cutter.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one.
It is September 1st today. Rosters did expand. I had to make a couple call-ups and then other moves to fill up my AAA squads. And we're chasing the Twins, too, so this would be a huge win if we can pull it off. They are currently in the wild card spot. We would need a great September for it to make a difference, of course. Hoping for that, though. Just need to have the simulation on my side. That's a ball down. It's a full count now from Ridley.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out.
2, 1 out. I usually don't send the runners like this. He's got decent speed, though. 50-ish. I'm going to go. I'm going to do it anyways. That's a ball high. Ball 4. To the first batter he faces, Ridley walks him. So Walsh has been on all 3 times now. A great major league debut for the young man. They got Jake Burrell and Calvin Murphy up now. I would love to see a lefty. We wrecked the lefty yesterday.
He's set and the pitch.
It's a ball.
Right-hander against right-hander as this is a ball 1-0.
Yep, Walsh at first, Andrews standing at second. We have 1 out. Already scored twice in the inning. Could get more now. Can't get picked off, though.
And a dive, but he's back. He's ready. Here's the 1-0.
There we go, ball 2. Been really patient at the plate, too, Jerron. That's been the big key to this one. Is that I'm taking the borderline pitches like those 2 or like the curveballs that Chang was throwing off the plate. There we go, and I get that call. That was fantastic. Inside part of the plate. I thought that was going to be a strike. It's not.
Yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls.
Yep,
to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
He throws a fastball 3-0 and I can't get it. The cutter's only at 87. It's a slow cutter from Ridley. Used to seeing that well into the 90s, or at least, 92, 93. Those were 3 straight cutters that all had the plate.
Working for the punch out and the
offering. That one, wow! I got bailed out by the umpire there. Wow, that was definitely strike 3. Instead, it's ball 4. Eric Rowe gets a walk. That was definitely on the plate. Oh my goodness.
Digging in now.
Here's Marte. He had a knock in the 4th. That was just last inning. And then we'll have Darnell Reyes next. Reyes had the home run in the 2nd inning.
First pitch on its way. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. Catch is made in
There we go. We add on. It's a line drive, sac fly.
And the run is in to score from third.
And it's 7-5. A beautiful insurance run. It's very early still. We're not even halfway through this ball game. But I get a 7th run here to extend our lead. It's our 3rd run of the inning. Here is Darnell Reyes.
He's got a chance to add on.
Like I said, 3-run home run in the 2nd. Other than that, he has no hits on the series. I'd like to have Reyes be my DH next year as well. He's not exactly like a bench guy I could think about, but the power there is so immense, and he's shown that too. But you just need a little bit more contact still. So he might not be the guy quite yet. Of course, he's going to get better. 0 for 4 yesterday with 2 strikeouts. That was a simulated game.
As a look, now the pitch. Swing and a ball.
There we go. He launched it. Stay fair. Yes. This will bring in one more run. I have 24 speed, so he can't get in there. It's 8-5. A great offensive performance for us so far today. Reyes' 4th double, drives in his 4th run of the game. His 4th double on the season, that is. 4 homers and 4 doubles. Here's Mejia.
Into the box now.
2 runners in scoring position for the veteran.
Take a look at ball 1.
But he is somebody I'm definitely going to dump at the end of the season, too. Good versatility. I just haven't been able to hit with him. He has some power, and I've been having him more at the bottom of the lineup. And I only signed him to a 1-year contract, so it's a no harm, no foul situation here. 2-0. He's looked at 2 cutters in. He is a middle of the order power guy. Drives in 2 more runs. There it is. Let's go. It's 10-5. An offensive explosion continues. We scored 11 yesterday, 10 today. I don't think I've had a run like this before. Back-to-back games where we get into the double digits. Love it. Everything's been landing. Everything's been good. Our pitching's even been good enough more recently even. And here is Calvin Murphy, the left-hander. 59 games. He has 7 holds, 63 2/3 innings. The ERA is all right. Less strikeouts than innings pitched, and lots of walks. That's more than 1 every other inning. That's not great. And then right-handers hit well against him, so that is great news for us.
Plate now, Homer Webster. As he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner.
Webster's 0 for 3 today. So the offense has been good without the top of my lineup really doing much. I think Lazeri has 1 hit. Taylor did have that home run, though.
That one looked like it could easily have
Webster leads the team in doubles. He has 41 of them.
Between 0-2 and 1-1. But now this next pitch.
There we go. That's a ball inside. Murphy's a big 2-seam guy. 4-seam and 2-seam.
From the belt, the pitch.
That's a change, or that's a 2-seam. I don't know why I thought that was a changeup. He also has a changeup. That's his primary off-speed pitch. And then the knuckle curveball. It's a ball down. Full count. Everything's been inside, or mostly inside.
He could score all the way from first.
And he pops it up, but this will land untouched.
Sending the runner again. 3-2.
Line toward the gap
go.
in left center.
He'll get second easily. This inning is not trying to end here. Let's go. Webster with a knock. He's now 1 for 4. We love to see it. So I pinch hit for Lazeri now. I'm not super comfortable left on left, and I got a better option on the bench, so I'm gonna. It's gonna be Carlos Ortiz.
Carlos Ortiz will start to loosen up in the on-deck.
Ortiz I got from the Cardinals. He gets better too. He's not a super great bat, but good enough on defense. A platoon shortstop for us so far. 253, 5 homers, 21 driven in. And I swung at that. Okay.
Murphy is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty B.
Yep, acquired from the Cardinals in 2020, just like I said.
Able to pitch out of trouble.
Carlos Ortiz. That one is not a good pitch to swing at. What am I doing? Should be 3-0. I swung at 2 awful pitches. That should have been ball 4. Okay. We're moving. Come on, Ortiz. Give me something here. There we go, ball 3. Everything's been off the plate.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up.
There it is. Is this another home run? What is going on today?
That one is gone on a 2-strike
What
count with 2
a
away
swing.
in the inning.
It's a home run for Carlos Ortiz.
So a 3-run shot to left center. 6th home run on the season.
His 6th homer. 405 feet. I don't know what's going on today. Same thing yesterday. We had 11 runs. Now we have even more. That's right, Ninja. It's looking like a Browns-Vikings score. You're right. Fantastic. You love to see it. Can I get to 20? Should I be trying? I mean, I got to try to get to 20 now, right? A fantastic 5 innings of this game so far. This one, the biggest inning of them all. How much did I get? 9 runs this frame. 9 runs in the 5th inning. You love to see it. And I believe the 3rd pitcher of this inning, Ridley, came on in relief in the middle of this inning after Chang started it. And Murphy's even giving up runs now. Ooh, that was a ball. Okay. It was a makeup call. That's a let's go home call. 1-2 to Taylor. He has a home run and a walk.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count.
Another hit. Another perfect too. It's Max Taylor with the single up the middle. I am still on Hall of Fame, by the way, guys. I did not adjust that in between games or before yesterday's. Homer Webster leading the team in hits. Max Taylor's 2nd. Lenny Andrews has 122, and then no one else is near that. Corey Jackson is still on that list, and he's been injured for so long. I believe he's out for this season. I'll show you guys. I definitely am still on Hall of Fame. Yep, there it is. Still rolling, though. 9 runs this inning. Another perfect. I think I had 3 perfects just this inning.
And this one's in the dirt, and a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1.
But let's keep her going. Come on, Andrews. He had 3 home runs yesterday. 2 of those were against the lefty. And then the 3rd one was a huge grand slam to give us some insurance.
He struggled a bit coming out of the
last 4
bullpen
games, he
here,
scored 6
he
runs.
needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
And the runner back easily. The 1-1. In the dirt here. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1.
Be smart. Let's get another hit, couple more runs. Keep it going.
No dice
ball.
on the knuckle curve.
Here we
that
go.
time.
Ben Walsh is
3-1.
next. A platoon hitter. He's not as good against
I gotta
lefties.
believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
Yeah, right. 3-1 to
The
Andrews.
3-1. High fly ball
Another
out to
shot.
straightaway center. And he will
Baird is
get
going
there
to run
to
it
make
down.
the running
So that's the
play,
3rd
and
out.
that
We get
will end the
9
inning.
runs here
But
in
not
the
before
5th
they
inning.
hang a 9
And instead of being
spot
down
on
a run,
here,
we're now
really
up
open this ball
8.
game. Last
A
half of the
great
5th coming
offensive
up.
explosion there in the
Spiders
5th
are out
inning
in
to
front,
score 9 runs.
13-5.
Yeah, Jaron, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you being here. Here's Carlos Ortiz.
Now playing shortstop, number 15.
He plays shortstop.
Bryce Montgomery
Here is
enters
Bryce
from the
Montgomery
bullpen to
on
do
the
the
pitch.
pitching.
28 games, he's pitched 83 innings. He's kind of been like the swing guy, 5th starter, been in the bullpen. ERA is great for a guy that in that kind of role, under 4.
Bottom of the inning now, and that'll
This is
bring
Jason
forth
Fisher.
a slugging
He had a double that
shortstop.
drove in 2 runs and a walk.
This one doesn't look good so far.
And Montgomery
Down
just
by
has to
a
throw
boatload
strikes.
as they
That's
enter
all I
the
care
middle
about.
innings. It's about time they get
It's not a
something
strike.
going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Here we go.
And
Now
it's
we're
a
rolling.
called strike to even the count at 1.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter,
Oh,
you
come
just
on.
have to tip your
All I
cap
want,
and
all I
roll
want
for
is
the next
strikes. I
one.
don't care. We're
Ball
running out the
taken there,
clock.
2-1
This is the
now.
baseball equivalent of running out the clock. Is just
And this
throwing in
one's
your long
tapped
reliever
foul
and
at home plate.
throwing strikes.
2-2. Hit
Ah,
sharply toward the right
Watch
side.
the changeup up.
And that's in for his
The Fisher's.
second
Oh,
hit of
nope.
the afternoon.
Hit the right stick on
So the
accident.
leadoff man
So
reaches
he's
in
easily
their
going to get in
half
the
of
second
fifth.
there.
And the Twins have
I didn't think I
something
had a
going
play
right
anyways.
away. It's a leadoff double.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball. So
Fisher with his
when he got the
21st
changeup,
double,
he was
20th
way
and
up in front of
21st
it,
doubles
but he
this
kept his
game.
hands back long enough to keep it fair down
Good
the
offensive
line.
shortstop too,
That's
switch
not
hitter kind of
always
guy.
easy to do.
Decent
In the
defender.
box now, Mariano
There's Macias, the second baseman.
Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and hit deep to left center.
Okay, I need to
Going
throw better
back is the
strikes.
left fielder still ranging back. Gone all the way into the upper deck.
It's a home run for Macias. I wanted the sinker
So
down.
a two-run shot to left center. Home run number 15 for him thus far. And this lead has been cut to just 6 now.
Yep. Yeah, that was a tank right there from Macias. Dude can whack. He's a lot better against lefties, but overall he's just a great power hitter.
To do is walk you. So right there, he picks on a good one to hit and
Yeah.
plants it right over the wall.
Yeah, second deck easily. Fisher obviously
At the
scores.
plate, Rod Krenzel is the
There,
first
now it's a
baseman
football
who is
score,
in there for
13-7.
strike one.
Got to get some outs, Montgomery. I want to keep you in the game.
Line towards
There we go. That's going to work.
And he
Yep.
will run this one down, moving to his right.
Ninja, I'm
and
not
that's
sure.
the first out of the inning.
I don't know many
It's a
Twins
bullpen
fans.
for them now as we have a look at the starter's final line. Certainly not the night he wanted to have.
But yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's
Really
funny.
hard as a pitcher when you're not able to throw the ball in the
Yeah, the
strike zone,
fan-made
trying to
signs
get
are
strikes.
made by
That really was his demise in this
developers
one.
who live in San
Walks,
Diego
had a difficult time
and
finding
probably
the strike
don't
zone.
exactly have their ear to the
Here's
ground
the
when it
first
comes to every
offering.
single fan base. So I'm sure there's some
Orlando
inaccuracies here and there.
Ramirez is in for the third time now as he takes
But I think
the ball
Twinkies is the
outside.
most
It's
popular
1-0.
nickname for the Twins, right?
Sinker stays
I would just
outside.
have it say
Behind
Twins if
down
we're being
2-0.
honest.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting
Come on,
pitched
Bryce.
like
Throw
this.
some strikes, buddy. There
A
we go. That
swing
works.
and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to
You're right,
wind up
Ramjet.
looking
Nothing
just
I give
a
up
bit
pitching-wise
foul,
is my
so a
fault.
missed opportunity there.
But yeah, I agree. Classic pitching really added another layer to this franchise
For a ball.
because I was pitching
Hey, I
too
know
well.
the idea is to try
we're
to
being
get the
honest.
guy to swing on a 2-2
Way
pitch,
too
right?
well.
There's a swing and a ball
Yeah, like
in
I
the
said,
air and a
pitching
ball
way
that
too
we
well
got
before I changed
every
to classic
stitch
pitching.
of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 8th home run on the season for him as they try to claw back. It's a 5-run
Ramirez hits his
deficit.
8th, and we're only up
Well,
5
one of
now.
the narratives of today's game has been driven by the long ball. We've seen these squads go deep a combined 5 times.
13 to 8.
Matty V, this is turning into
Yeah, this is
home
feeling like that
run
Marlins
for
game, the
2-0.
Kings Marlins game, where I took a big lead and then I blew it all.
Yeah, there's a fight at the bat rack for both teams right
I think it was only 7 runs in that one, though. I think what did I lose, 8-7? Something like that.
Is missing.
Just need the offense to keep going. That's why I said I didn't want that inning to end. There we go. This is going to be an out. Oh, no!
Through into center field, a base hit.
That really looked like Ortiz was going to get to
You
that.
don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't
Yeah, I've been
matter
waiting too long to make a mound visit here, Ramjet. You're right.
Drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case.
I got to think about other
Strike
arms, too.
adjustment, able to punch
Maybe
around
Manzanillo
ball
does make an
for a
appearance.
single.
So now
But Montgomery's been
Shelby
bad.
Marchetti.
Oh, what is that?
This is ball one.
What's the
He's
umpire
working on
doing?
1 for 3 thus far.
Seriously, he must just blink when the pitch comes and then just
This
guess
one's
it.
a
That's the
strike.
same exact
1-1.
spot. What's going on? I literally dotted up the same pitch twice in a row in the same exact location. And one of them's called a ball.
Kicks and deals.
What is going on? That one's going to drop now. That should have been
And that's
0-2.
in there, base hit.
No way of getting out at third
And
there.
we'll have runners at the corners following the one-out
Well, that's
single.
bad. Montgomery's bad.
Now batting.
I was praising him before. He's got to He's got a sub-4 ERA. Not anymore.
Now, Clayton Anderson.
That one's got eyes.
And grounds it toward the hole. And the runner from third scores
Wow.
as they try to work their way back into this one.
That's just your classic ribby knock right there, Dan. He's able to turn on the pitch he wanted.
Already is Rouse. Do I want him here? Yeah, what's going on, Cole? Put in my long reliever. That's the problem here.
Standing in now, Danny Deardorff.
And that's a ball.
The first pitch to him is off the plate.
Come on,
ball 1-0.
Everything I'm throwing is close at least. That's a strike. Thank you. Jeez. Deardorff is fantastic with runners in scoring position, too. 322 batting average. He's probably got a good bundle of RBI then. Right? 69 of them? Nice.
From out front,
300 average.
That time. I just think he wasn't real happy with the first one he threw, so he wanted to get the
I
field
was going to go
back.
foul.
Now a ball lined to the left side.
Ramjay, yeah. When the roster kind of, I'm trying to have it play a little more realistic to now rather than like being a classic set in terms of pitching. So I agree. Yeah, as long relievers shouldn't go more than an inning too often, except for the guys who have like more than 40 stamina or more than 35 is kind of the number I think of. 27th pitch from Montgomery. That's a ball. What are you doing?
And he missed with this one up around the noggin. Now it's full.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where
there we go. That's going to be a fly out. Walsh is easily going to glide under it. Yes, sir. The second out, finally,
Walsh is going to get there as he backs
from Montgomery. 28 pitches in the frame. This is your last batter, sir. If you don't get Vance Baird out, you are done in this ball game. Actually, nonetheless, we're done in this ball game. I cannot afford to have him pitch another inning. So they cut the lead in half with a 4-run fifth inning, and it's now 13-9. Both teams with 13 hits. We just had the authority and walks. It's going to be Walsh, Rowe, and Marte for me. See if they leave Murphy in here. It will not be Murphy. It will be Kelly Whiteside instead. 73 games. He's pitched 82 in the third innings. Good strikeout to walk ratio. Not too bad in terms of giving up hits to either hand. And 16 holds, so he's been in the game when they've been ahead usually.
Ready for another chance? Ben Walsh.
My new pitcher is going to be Manzanillo. I need a shutdown inning. I know it's early for that, and I'm probably going to use a lot of the bullpen here, but Manzanillo will be the first guy, the first real arm out of my bullpen. Here's Walsh, his first test against the left-hander. Again, he's not going to start too much against lefties. So actually look at his card real fast. Just got called up. Making his major league debut. Yeah, 34 contact, 57 power against left-handers. And then the vision's decent, 56. He's got a good approach for being as young as he is. And then great durability. So he could play every day if I wanted him to. He's probably going to make the major league team too, at least here. Or get really close to it if not. It's another strike.
2 on a fastball right down the middle.
Yeah,
sort of
middle.
Surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes.
I don't like this arm angle. I'm gonna have to take a couple at bats to get used to it. That was a bad curveball. Kelly Whiteside.
A California-born ball player. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major.
I believe he's a free agent after year 1. The ball.
Oh,
what? So used to seeing all these sinkers that when a fastball stays in the zone like that, I think it's going to be low.
You have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Oh, foul tip.
Eric Rowe is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. The 0-1 delivery. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
There we go. That one's low though.
Him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
2-2 to Eric Rowe. Come on, we need some insurance. This game is still early enough. Or we need something going on. All good, Bullet. Thanks for joining me for a bit. Appreciate it. I should be on again late tonight. It's going to be a 10 Central start for the second game today. That'll be the Kings and the Washington Nationals. 10 o'clock Central tonight.
And he strikes him out.
That was a ball too, sir. That really looked low to me. Again, that's my kryptonite. The fastball down at the bottom of the plate. Yeah, that looked low. Did catch some of the plate though, or some of the zone, I guess. Just not a fan of trying to hit pitches at that location as well.
And no one can get there. It's a foul ball.
Let's go, Marte. Joaquin Marte, my starting catcher. Way late on the fastball. I got to turn down his velocity because he shouldn't throw 98 for this arm angle. That's one thing I went crazy with in the last update was increasing velocities for relievers.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away. But that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
And he strikes out the side. Kelly Whiteside with a fantastic inning. Slow curveball and a fast fastball. We get nothing in the 6th inning after we give up 4 runs. So here's Elio Manzanillo.
Manzanillo enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Nice ERA. More strikeouts than innings pitched, and he doesn't give up hits usually, especially to right-handed hitters.
And that'll bring up the switch hitting shortstop.
And he's been a fantastic reliever for us. And he gives up a hit right after I said that he doesn't usually give up hits. It won't be Fisher's 3rd double of the game, though. It's a single for the shortstop. With Macias, he had that bomb last inning. Oh, and another one. Just a single, though. After Walsh cuts it off. The tying run is now on deck. I do not like saying that. Here's Rod Krenzel, the German. Fastball missed? Okay. No, it didn't. This umpire is really driving me nuts now. Probably would have called that a ball if the hitter didn't swing. 1-2 now. That's not the pitch I wanted.
First and second here with nobody out. And now he'll bluff a move back to second base just to make sure the runner.
This will be the curveball here, right on the corner. Go on, Manzanillo. Beautiful spot. Good enough. That's the first out. Yeah, Geron, I don't know what's happening. And we still have plenty of time. Again, just the 6th inning. Already putting in high leverage relievers here just in the 6th inning, too. Here's Ramirez. He had a home run last inning. Solo home run in the 5th. He's at 219. OPS is just 633, but he's a great defensive catcher, so it doesn't matter too much. Ooh, there we go. Finally, the ump is giving me something. 0-2.
Hey, back-to-back, same pitch, same spot. Don't be shocked if he goes right back out there. If I'm a hitter, that's where I'm sitting. Everyone would think he wants to go somewhere else. He might go right exactly to the same spot.
Oh, come on.
2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Again, very early still. I got a high leverage reliever in. So much can still happen in the last 3 innings. Marte is going to easily make this play. It's an infield fly rule. Second time we've seen that today. Back to the top of the order here for the Twins.
Alexis Elias. First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets ahead 0-1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. 2-1 now.
Oh, come on, Elias. Or Manzanillo here. You got to throw strikes, buddy. There we go. That's staying foul. 2-2 to Elias.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And it's fouled away.
This has been an unnecessarily long inning from my reliever here, too. Montgomery didn't give me any length, so we're going to have to... Oh, there he is! Let's go! A called strike 3 from Manzanillo. He strands 2 runners. The Twins got 2 hits, but nothing for the next 3 batters. And here we go. We need some offense. We need to get a little more going here. I want to extend this league. It's Jake Burrell, 86 games, thrown 90 innings, just 70 strikeouts. Nice ERA at 3.70. A good veteran reliever here.
Digging in now, Darnell
Here's Reyes. I'm going to have 8, 9, and 1.
Home run and a double.
I'm going to consider Rouse against Deerdorf. Or maybe it should be Davis. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm going to need another reliever soon. Let's do Peterson. Ninja, that's right. Yeah, backward strikeouts feel so much better than the swinging strikeouts. Especially when it's a borderline pitch like that. Love to see it. Burrell's new on the stream roster. He's one of the last guys I added to it, actually. Right-handed reliever with 5 pitches, including a sinker and a cutter. Fastball only gets about to 92, 91, 92 usually. And that's a pop-up to the first batter he faces. Darnell Reyes, nothing doing. He had a home run earlier. He pops out to the first baseman here. Bro with the stirrups look, too. It's a good look for some relievers. It works for him. Yeah, but he had a 2-out, 2-run single to keep the inning going. We got even more on top of that afterwards. It's his only hit today, 1 for 3. Devar Mejia. First baseman plays some third base, and the outfield, I've had him in left a little bit. Lenny Andrews, excuse me, is a quality right fielder, so I haven't had to put anyone else in right field this season, thankfully. But left field's been an open door for us. There it is, Mejia with another hit. This one should be a double. No, it's not going to be. That's just going to be a single. I do not want to risk that with 29 speed. Talking about how I need to put a rally together. That's a rally killer if it gets thrown out at second.
There's a bullet off the wall. The outfielder does a really
yeah,
good
Dewar
job
Mejia.
of getting that one in quickly, but I think they had a play there at second base.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, Dan. I got to believe you're busting it out of the box thinking 2 until somebody tells you no. I know it would have been a
That's exactly a D-row. Thinking 2 until someone says no. Here's Webster. He had a single last inning and then scored. Just a 270 average. The slugging's low, too, 387. Big-time contact bat for my second baseman, the leadoff hitter on this Spiders team, Homer Webster. That was a cutter just off the plate from Burrell. Webster was robbed, too. He could have had a second hit. And that's a double play ball. That's not good at all. It's going to be a faster runner, at least. So Webster reaches on the fielder's choice. Now I have Carlos Ortiz, and here's his home run from the 5th. A huge home run from the backup shortstop. That was one thing that energized the ball club, that's for sure. Yep, there's a fastball right down the plate from Murphy, Calvin Murphy.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a curveball in for a strike.
That one I should have swung at. Curveball hung.
That's in there.
Didn't like that either. I was waiting for it to move. I was like, oh, that's obviously a cutter. Whoop, nope. 0-2 now to Ortiz. Fastball down. 1 and 2 now.
2 out with the man at first.
I'm going to get picked off.
They've got him picked off. The tag, and they'll get him at second.
I pressed the lead button when I thought he was going to throw it, and he didn't pitch it. Just threw it over the first instead.
Digging in the switch hitter, Shelby.
Let's go, Manzanillo.
Doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this
and of course, he gets another hit.
Get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Marchetti has 3 hits in his first game this season. Here's Andrews. This is not good right now. Or not Andrews. This is Anderson. Excuse me. Clayton Anderson, the first baseman for the Twins. And it's now 13-11.
Look at this. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
Say it again, Jerron. It's only the 6th.
It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 44 on the year.
44 home runs for Clayton Anderson. He had 43 before September even started. Yeah, launch. Clayton Anderson.
Now at the plate, Danny Deardorff.
Yeah, this has been embarrassing. This pitching performance has been awful for us. I'm going to roll with Manzanillo. He had one. See, he gave up back-to-back hits to start last inning and then got 3 straight outs. Now he's giving up back-to-back hits this inning. So here we go. If the trend is right, he's going to get 3 straight outs. Oh, and it's the 7th, Jerron. My bad. It is the 7th inning now. So that's good. We're only 7 outs away. There we go. Get to this one, Walsh. No, it's going to be in the seats. I wish that happened more often, where the fielder like really thinks it's going to be in play and then it isn't. Oh!
That's through for a base hit, his 2nd of the ball game.
Pick it up. Come on.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice.
Rip, that's Baird with a knock right up the middle.
Because he's on fire. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stop.
Hits galore. Hits for everybody so far today.
At the plate, Jason Fisher.
You get a hit, and you get a hit. You know that Oprah meme.
Behind the plate, trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
There we go. 0-2 for Manzanillo now.
Quickly behind 0-2.
Jerron, the CPU always gives Paul Keyes $31 million. The longest length I've seen for that was, I believe, just 10. It might have been 11. I've seen other contracts around that length. And franchise goes up to 15.
A pretty good job of staying alive 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side. Not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down.
Yeah, it goes up to 15. Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of big contracts too.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready.
I don't know. I feel like there needs to be more variation before they get to 30, and I don't exactly know how to do that except for get, you know, I guess their potential or their overall could be a little less, but that really impacts the game itself. Come on, Manzanillo. Oh my goodness, he has no control on the breaking pitch right now. On either breaking pitch. This is bad.
But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall.
They're going to tie the game here.
The relay throw.
I had an 8-run lead at one point.
2 score on the play, and we are all tied up.
Boy, there are base hits, but then there are big base hits, D-Row. This one's getting...
This is bad. My bullpen has been atrocious. And that's putting it lightly. This has been awful. I got to think about someone else instead of Peterson then. Can't do Zager. He's tired. Probably think about Winters then, since we're down already, or we could be down already. This is bad. This is really embarrassing to have given up this many runs here. A 13-13 ball game. I had a 13-5 lead in the 5th inning.
Trying to prevent the hitter from getting the ball up in the air.
Again, yeah, really sucks. Really, really unfortunate to see this happen. And now we're going to give up the lead. There's no way that my left fielder, who's never played a Major League game, is going to make that throw. Yep. Is this the biggest comeback you guys have seen on Twitch? Dude. 14-3. These Twins never gave up. Took the lead back in the 7th inning. Now it's really looking like a football score, too. 14-13.
Next as he finds himself behind 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
I'm usually not this bad, honestly. Yeah, Cole, you know.
He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that.
Dron, I really hope that this isn't an extra inning ball game, too. If my bullpen has to keep going, I'm done.
Now a fastball.
But yeah, let's score another here and then have it be 14-14 forever.
Hit down the third base line.
Eric Rowe makes the play. It's a slow runner. A great stretch by Mejia. That ends the inning. So at least Manzanillo gets all the outs there. The Twins get to 20 hits before I did. Thanks to 7 in the last 2 innings. All from Manzanillo. Or off the hand of Manzanillo. Here's Dominic Bright. Talked about him before. Really great reliever. 3.63 ERA. These ERAs are all about the same for this bullpen here. All of them in threes.
Digging in for his second
And I'll have 2, 3, and 4 at least.
He'll start things out for us here in inning number
I'm going to do
8.
Rouse next inning.
Far from over, even though we're moving into the back end.
He's the same ERA as Davis.
Only down by
That's
1.
bad. How?
All they need to do is get this leadoff guy,
Okay.
and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Troy, yeah, this is Hall of Shame today.
Sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back.
I shouldn't have said anything when I was up 13-5. Why did I swing at that?
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Yeah, Bright is a dangerous
Yeah, the pitcher left the
reliever
guy
here.
off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a
Doesn't look like he knows where the ball is going.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2.
Oh, and that was a ball way in. What am I doing? 94 sinker coming in on me. This should be a slider. Yep.
Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on
I don't
a
know
ball
why I
way
swung
out
at
of the
that.
zone. 1 out.
Here's Max Taylor. 2 hits. He's got a walk as
Now
well.
batting, Max.
He's on his way to a 2020 season if we can get 6 more home runs.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1.
There's a ball
And
inside.
this is 1-1.
Need to be patient with Bright. This guy throws gas. Oh, and that was right on the corner. Wow, what a pitch.
Pitched 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it.
And then 4 sliders. Okay.
He strikes him out
Now
as
he's
well.
playing with me.
So
This
they
is
get
embarrassing.
back-to-back punch-outs
Dominic
here
Bright
with
throws
the
4
first
sliders all by me.
bases out of the bullpen.
Here's Lenny Andrews. 1 for 4 today. His one was, what am I doing? His one was a seeing eye single.
For the first strike.
Hey, he's looking to punch out the
There it is. There we go. I've looked so bad all inning.
That ball is gone to tie it. These
And then
guys
Lenny
go
Andrews
one
ties
away.
it here in
This
the
game
8th.
is all knotted up.
His team leading
So a solo shot
19th
down the
home
line
run.
left, and we are tied
second hit of the ball
again.
game. What is that? My 4th home run? And I looked awful this entire inning until Andrews gets his second pitch there. Yeah, what a game call. I told you I was going to tie it, too. I said that in the bottom half. I just really hope Duran is wrong. I can't handle an extra inning ball game if we score like this. Yeah, complete roller coaster here.
Plate now.
That's right, Raider.
As he will take strike
That's right,
one.
Raider. It's the Vikings and the Browns. We're tied at 14 here.
As we near the end of this one, I think it's
Hoping
safe to
for
say
a
that the
late-
story of the game has
A late inning
undoubtedly
drive,
been the
or
long
a late
ball.
game drive
Guys,
here
what
for
do
some
you think
points.
about what we've witnessed?
Love the bat toss, too. Me
As a
too,
former
Ramjet.
offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both.
Air horns
lineups.
everywhere. A complete roller coaster. I'm glad that you guys have been here for it. And Walsh strikes out very quickly. Again, a great inning from Bright other than the home run.
But the tying run has come across
I
here
was
as we're
nowhere
set
near
up for an
anything and got
exciting
lucky
finish.
with the home run.
Home half of
The
inning straight
Twins,
ahead.
or the Vikings here,
And we
will
are
have the
tied 2
top of their lineup.
touchdowns
It's Elias, Marchetti, and Anderson. We tied it there in the 8th.
Bobby
Here is the
Rouse
bottom
will
half.
come
It's
on
Bobby
to make his
Rouse,
40th
39
home run
games, 39
this
innings.
season.
Our bullpen has been shaky, and he has been part of that shakiness.
So the batting order turns over
So
now.
since
Set
we're
to
tied
go,
now, got to again
Alexis
consider a higher
Elias.
leverage
He got
reliever.
called
That
out
is
on
Zach
strikes
Peterson.
last time through.
But it first has to be Bobby Rouse for these first 3 batters. Hopefully he gets a couple outs.
Has to put the ball in play.
Left on left for the
No
first
strikes.
2, and then Anderson is the 3rd hitter.
That evens it up 1-1.
Let's go, Rouse. Come on, buddy. Throw strikes. Come on. This umpire is driving me nuts. I know it's not exactly a strike, but he'd been calling some of them like that. 2 and 2 now from Bobby Rouse to Elias. He's 2 for 4 today. I believe both of his hits were singles.
And another foul ball.
Need an out here. Need a shutdown inning for the bullpen. Come on. 3 and 2 from Rouse.
Every base runner in a close game like this.
Oh my goodness. That one's going to be out. Bobby Rouse gives up the 15th run. It's been an absolute barn burner here. It's 15-14. as Alexis Elias hits a home run to take the lead. Yeah. Awful. This roller coaster won't stop. This bullpen has been awful today. And I lied. Marchetti's actually a switch hitter. So Rouse doesn't get to face back-to-back lefties.
In this ball game, 3 for 5 thus far. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one fouled off to the right side.
Come on, Bobby.
Here's a fly ball.
Another really well-hit ball.
Center fielder. He's there, and
the worst part about this is it means I have to face Eric Meyer next inning. Yeah, Jerron, this game doesn't count. Asterisks everywhere. The ball is juiced and the bats are corked. It's got to be it. Clayton Anderson has a home run and 3 singles. He's driven in 5 runs for the Twins. Cole, yeah, you're right. I should have seen Elias wrecking everything there. Good hitter against left-handed pitching, too.
And he fouls this one off.
0-2 count now to Anderson. Would love it if Rouse can get out of this. There's another left-handed hitter. Next, good. That's going foul. But bullpen, I've said it before at the top. We need bullpen help. That's going to have to come next season. I'm going to spend a lot of money on pitching.
Good slider there, but laid off.
Yeah, these last couple innings have been pretty bad here in terms of them scoring. Yeah, 4 in the 5th and then 5 in the 7th. Twins have 3 innings in which they scored 4 or more runs today. And there we go. That's going to be a second out. So Rouse gives up a home run, but then gets 2 outs. I'm going to keep him in against Deerdorf since he's worse against left-handers. 0 for 4 today. Danny Deerdorf, the third baseman for these Twins. Again, I'll probably see Eric Meyer next inning. That's a tough guy to score against, but we've already scored 14 times, so maybe we have a chance. That was bad. This dude, Bobby Rouse, has not been good for me.
That swing back. He'll be thinking about that all night. He crushed that ball. He just needs to stay back a little longer.
Yeah, corked bats and juice balls. It's both.
Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning.
Me too, Cole. Yeah, you'd have a messy scorecard.
But it's enough to push him out in front. 9th inning coming.
Especially because that first inning, they batted around twice, right? Maybe 3 times. I wasn't even paying attention later on. But that's the 21st hit for the Twins. Here's Eric Meyer. Mentioned him before. ERA's at 3.06. Okay, 35 of 42. So it's been a bad or worse year, not a bad year necessarily. He still is the closer, so that's good. It's Eric Rowe. I got 6, 7, and 8 coming up here. We just need 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. It's Eric Rowe, Joaquin Marte, and then Darnell Reyes. Pitches are 4-seam slider, or 4-seam 2-seam slider, and a circle changeup from Meyer. There's a first pitch fastball.
Underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
The ball down.
Downstairs, it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2.
Ball outside. Just got to get lucky. 1 good swing, and we're still playing. Again, Twins are ahead of us in the playoff race. They're second in the wild card.
Now at 2-2.
So it would at least be nice to ruin their hopes, if not for us to help ourselves. It's a ball just off the plate. We might actually get another chance to play them. Going to extras, you think so, Cole? And I hope so. How about I get 2 runs this inning and we can just end it? That'd be better. It's ball 4. Eric Rowe walks. Guess what that means? I got a pinch runner on deck. Or on the bench, I mean. So instead of Eric Rowe running, it's going to be Casey Osborne, 99 speed bench guy. He'll play third base if we keep going. But yeah, he will run for Eric Rowe here. Need that speed on the bases. You love to see it. Casey Osborne.
Casey. A goal.
Got my catcher Joaquin Marte here. He has
Quick
one hit,
check on that
1
tying
for
run
3
at
on the
first.
day.
Just keeping him close.
I believe he also had a sac fly to drive in another run. Overall, not a great line.
First pitch
Much
of
better
the
lines
at-bat.
on this game
Joaquin
other than him.
Marte
Takes the first
is at
pitch
the
for a
plate as
strike.
he takes the cold strike one.
Meyer walked the first guy, so I at least got to be patient. Wait for my pitch here.
He's ready. Here's
That's
the
a
0-1.
pitch, or not a pitch, a
1-1.
slide step.
A runner at first with no
It's a
outs.
very exaggerated slide step, too. I'm sure you guys noticed that if you play online. Very exaggerated
Swing and a
in
miss.
comparison to how it usually is in real life when they do slide steps. Yeah.
And miss. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Really good late bite on
That slider
right
off the
there.
plate is a pitch that I like to go after so often, and it's almost never a strike.
So tough to get the bat on, and when you've got
Yeah,
that good slider
embarrassing
going,
bad.
it's a great strikeout pitch.
Here's Darnell Reyes, home run and a double so far, driven in 4 runs. Could have been more. He was up with the bases loaded in the third or fourth inning.
Yeah, he's clearly
I believe the
thinking
fourth
about
inning.
the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
I'm not trying to steal. I can't get thrown out down a run here, especially with power bats at the plate. Mejia is next. He's another power bat. Even though I may consider pinch hitting for him. That's a ball down. 3-0 to Darnell Reyes, my designated hitter today. Should I take on 3-0 just because it's 3-0? He might give me my only hittable pitch, though. Oh, he did! No!
Can this be two? One there. Back to first. It's a double
A
play.
fastball right down the middle, and Reyes grounds into his second double play of the game.
Wow, that
And
was
that's
a
the
fun
end
one.
of this roller
It was
coaster,
a great
folks.
game for guys with the sticks, but for pitchers, not so much. A classic slugfest, and they walk away on top.
Yeah, a
of the
classic slugfest is right. This one ends before we get to extras, Cole. I was really hoping that we'd get something, keep it going. Really sucks that it was a 3-0 pitch that Darnell Reyes grounded for a double play. Bright gets the win for them. He's 2-6. Rouse gets the loss for us, 2-3. That's Eric Meyer right there. It's his 36th save. Mariano Macias is the player of the game for them. Was he a double away from the cycle? Macias was a double away from the cycle. He had 2 singles. A really tough loss here, especially because we had the 9-run inning in the 5th, and then we had the lead through the 6th. So at stretch time, it was 13-9, and I was still feeling good at that point. But it was what, 13-8 or 13-5 was the peak, and we blow it from there. Really unfortunate. I'm going to give my player of the game to Darnell Reyes. Even though he did have the 2 double play balls, I'm still had massive contributions at the plate with the home run and then drove in 4 total. Pitching again was bad. Yeah, let's look at that real fast. Gore, 4 innings, 7 hits, walked 5, and then only had 2 strikeouts. We only had 5 total strikeouts to go with our 5 walks. The bullpen didn't walk anybody, though, so that was nice. But Montgomery gave up 4, Manzanillo gave up 5, and then Rouse only gave up the 1, but it was the worst one because that was the one that gave them the lead to end the ball game. And yeah, the Twins used a bunch more pitchers. The first 3 all gave up multiple runs. Yeah, and like I said about that 5th inning, it took 3 pitchers to get those 3 outs. Ridley only got 1, which included 2 walks, 2 hits, and 4 total runs. And I believe one of his inherited runners scored. Whiteside was great. Burrell was great. Bright was good enough to get the win. He struck out the side. And then Meyer got the save. So that's the end of this ball game right here. Now we get to focus a little bit on the Atlanta Kings. Again, I mentioned I will be on again later tonight. I'm not going to play a second game now. It'll be the second game of today will be tonight. And this is your pitching matchup. It'll be Mario Emerling against Rich Parker of the Washington Nationals. That's right, Ninja. Yeah, everyone has meltdowns like that. Our bullpen's been shaky for Cleveland pretty consistently, though. So I got to think about other improvements. I got to think about what we do in free agency, and how the season's going to advance, or how the franchise is going to advance in year two. But really unfortunate that we had that blow up game like that. There's the pitching matchup for Game 3 in that series. But again, we're going to do Kings at the Washington Nationals late tonight. It'll be about a 10 o'clock start for me. That is Central Time. And then if you have notifications on, you'll obviously see that when I get on. But yeah, nothing really here. I wanted to look at injuries. There's Riddle. I showed that on my Twitter. Broke his hand in the sim. And then J.C. Ray broke his hand just before that. A lot of other bigger injuries here. Some pitchers injured. And then I've had Quevedo out a while. And then Cusmano just after I started the stream as well. So we're not in the greatest spot with the Kings. I will speculate really quickly about what we do in the offseason. I'm thinking, since it says rebuilding in the top corner there, I'm probably going to not do like a full teardown, but at least like one of those, a retool, if you will. So probably be a couple of my bigger guys for multiple contributors. So Franklin and Parker I could package together and then get three, decent major league contributors that could play the spots that I'm missing players. Because look at this. My best right fielder is 66. I've played my shortstop, Fujita, in right field for the majority of the season. But thought is that we will get a few more major league ready contributors via trade and free agency, and then this team will be better sooner rather than later. But we're in it for the long haul. So there it is. Again, this will be the pitching matchup tonight. Join me at 10 o'clock Central Time. Thank you, guys.